This one you can see it in the dark, unlike in the original game. Is the game like insanely dark? You can talk about it? Okay. Then I'll turn on the lights for now. And just in case anybody doesn't want to hear it. Just wait for it. I have infinite milk, so no worries. I'm gonna flashbang you here for a second. Okay. So, you know what? Let me pull up my notes and let me put them here on my second monitor so I can speak about it. Okay, I wrote a lot. I wrote a lot. Okay. Here we go. So again, as I mentioned, James smokes weed and drives a Mustang. So the thing kind of felt like it was sponsored by Ford Mustang because it showed the logo very, very clearly at the start, and I was like, huh? Hold on, my freaking thing here. I was like, what? And then he takes out a joint and then he smokes it, and I'm very confused about this. So yeah, that's how it starts. And in that moment, that's when I knew that this was going to be a little bit of a shit show. Should I cut this part out in the edit? No, you can leave it. And then, you know, if somebody doesn't want to hear it, then just skip ahead in the VOD. And you'll see where it is. You don't have to like keep listening. Anyway. Finally. Finally, we'll be able to see. So yeah, that's how it starts. So yeah, in the movie, they meet at Silent Hill, as opposed to them having met before, and then Mary just liking Silent Hill because Silent Hill is supposed to be a resort town, you know. Product placement seems to be getting less and less subtle over the years. I feel like it suddenly got less subtle all over, like, because it used to, in the 2000s, you remember how hilarious it used to be? Oh! I got a little scared. Anyway, one of the earliest scenes of the film flagrantly portrays James as a drunk asshole, which is a horrible way to set the tone for the film. Oh, don't worry, I'll get to it, Kabi. Don't you worry. Never liked product placement. It makes me not like it. You forgot? It's in the OG. Wait, what are you talking about? This? I know, I forgot too. Red, I'm also speaking. Let me get spooked in my scary horror game. Look at this. Anyway, so yeah, that's how it starts up. The very first scene is James driving down like a cliff, you know, kind of like that start of Silent Hill where he's arriving to where he parks his car and looks over on the lake. That's where he's arriving, and he's literally smoking a joint, and he's driving a Mustang, and they very clearly show the logo, and they're very clearly showing the car. They don't even leave with the car door open. Something, The Shining. Yeah, I kind of like The Shining. But anyway, let me take care of this. I forgot about this. Red goes to the amusement park. Disappointment when amused. Please. Whoa. Hold on. Anyway. So yeah, that's how it starts. And it's really weird portrayal of James. Because he doesn't look like he drives a Mustang, and he's like, hell yeah, man. And of course, the actor isn't even blonde, first of all. Here's the key for the courtyard. Okay. Can't even get spooked in horror games that isn't water. I mean, that one got me. I forgot to press my clip button. But anyway, so yeah, that's how it starts. And yeah, and that one, they meet while he's just driving here for no reason. I think that's what it was. Like he was just driving down just there for no reason, and then that's where he meets Mary. Which is weird because I thought that they met in college. Well, in this they meet in college, so I was like, huh. Well, this is already wrong. in two ways, it's already weird. Keep in mind the scenes look really nice, at least. So that's why I gave it a 2. Because at least it looks nice. Yeah, spoilers for my final rating. But I did post it already yesterday. But anyway. And yeah, so it goes through this like sequence of them. I guess it skips forward, and I guess shit happens, and they moved to Silent Hill, as opposed to just going there as a resort town. So they wanted to move there. After almost crashing into a trailer truck like Travis's because he's driving on the wrong side of the road like an ass. Oh yeah, he was driving on the wrong side of the road. Yeah, he was. Yes. so that he swerves into that like area where you can overlook the lake, you know, at the beginning of this game. You know, like the game, the movie does have a lot of like scenes from the game, like iconic scenes. So that's one of the first ones, which is that one at the start. So yeah, he's driving on the wrong side of the road, like spacing out. So he swerves into like someone, and then that's when he like runs into Mary, like almost runs Mary over, and yeah, she's trying to catch a bus, and she misses the bus because of him. And yeah, and that's when she, like, you know, they start talking, and that's supposed to be how they met, which is a little weird because they, you know, originally they meet in college. Wrecks her suitcase. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So he just like beans her shit. If that was me, I would be like, man, fuck this guy. You know, I'd see that he would be driving a Mustang, and I'd be like, a Mustang driver. You know, that's what I would have said personally. But anyway, so yeah, it's really weird because that is not how it goes. So I can see that's when I immediately knew this director was not. This is not. I believe this is the director from the first game, the one that like completely went into his own route for some reason. Am I correct? Says the lady who lost 3 Mustangs to the back rooms in MC. Exactly. In fact, all I did was just prove it right. Don't you think? Mustang owners for some reason always do something to their Mustangs. I don't know why. She did Haktua. Yeah. First movie. Yeah. They didn't learn and had him again. Was it him, guys? I actually don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's really weird. So, and she, again, it is part of Mary's character that she really likes Silent Hill. But isn't it because it's a resort town, so she likes it because it's like a vacation, right? But in this one, she wants to move there and all this shit, and, you know, because, you know, I understand liking someplace, but they made it seem, you know, it's a different want in the movie as opposed to to this. So I guess they moved there. She always lived there. Did she live there in this one? In the games? In the first movie? Wait, I'm confused. Because I thought she just liked it because it is him again. It is him. Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. But anyway, yeah. So it kind of just shows a little bit of backstory. Like James has a therapist. James goes to therapy because, you know, Mary is stayed as a born and raised there in the movie. Yeah. So weird. Isn't that so weird? Because that is definitely not in the game. I'm pretty sure that is not Mary's character in the game. I'm pretty sure she just likes it because it's a resort town. But yeah, in the movie, she is born and raised in Silent Hill, and she wants James to also move to in Silent Hill and such, you know. And yeah, they only visited town once in the game. Yeah. There you go. Thank you. Yes, exactly. So it's so weird. I remember I was watching this. I was like, oh, this is so weird. And I was watching this with someone that doesn't really know Silent Hill. So this was like, you know. So and yeah, only visited. Yeah. Oh, hi, Blazing. Are my throws broken? Blazing, I think my throws are broken. Hello, Blazing. It's good to see you. Hi, how's it going? I'm speaking about the Silent Hill movie. So if you don't want to hear about it, please do not. You know, please go. Again, let me restart them. Oh yeah, the throw system broke. Let me restart that real quick. And I guess James and her somehow hit it off, and he almost kills her. He moves it. Yeah, well, like, excuse me. like she liked him. Like, I would be mad. I'm like, dude, who are you? What have you just done? No bonk, please. Let me restart the throw system. So yeah, and then, you know, it fast forwards, and to James, and he has a therapist and all that calls. By the way, the movie takes place in the modern day, and I'm pretty sure this game, right, even now is supposed to be like 90s, because, you know, there's box TVs, there's all this and that, or, you know, late 90s maybe. But no, movie takes place in modern day. Really, really weird to me. I don't know. The vibes would have been immaculate if it took place in the 90s. But anyway, yeah. So, am I missing anything? Because I'm pretty sure it shows, you know, like the first part. It fast forwards to now Mary being, you know, deceased. It doesn't say anything about, you know, it doesn't say how she died, why she died, what happened, or anything. I mean, we know, because those of us who have played the game, we know. But the movie itself isn't saying anything. So I was like, what are they going to do with this? Technically speaking, the dates of the game series outside One Old Men, One Origins, and F are intentionally ambiguous. To me, it feels like late 90s. I don't know. Mary just let out a scream that cut off into an echo like in the memes. Please. Wait, hold on. Let me look at my notes here. So I'm pretty sure it just fast forwards, and then he has, you know, he's in his apartment, like, depressed and drunk. Yeah, but James sure as shit wasn't carrying a smartphone with him and signed him the game. Yeah, exactly. That kind of took me out. Game takes place in the 70s and 80s, but the items and things in the games are from the 90s. Oh, okay, thank you, Red. Sorry, I didn't see that. I'm yapping. I'm very sorry, Red, for missing your chat comment. It makes me upset when I miss a chat comment. I'm really sorry. But, yeah. So it was kind of jarring to see James, like, drunk in, like, a bar with a smartphone. It's really weird. It was really weird. Anyone else that has seen the movie, again, please also feel free to chime in, of course. And yeah, very weird. Took me out of it again. That's how many times has it taken me out of it? And yeah, he has a therapist, which, I mean, I guess that's fine. Like, okay, I get it. His she died, you know. The future is now, old man. Please, no, it's just so weird. I don't know, because you see this, and this is definitely not modern day. I don't know, but yeah. And so, when he's, like, in his apartment, like, all upset and, like, you know, drunk or whatever, because he gets kicked out of a bar. He, like, fights with someone, doesn't he? And he gets kicked out. Yeah. And then he's in his apartment and he finds the letter. And then the letter is, like, it's not this letter, but it's the letter telling him, you know, to go to Silent Hill, right? Pretty sure. I'll say the therapist being a thing is conceptually far from the most offensive thing. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm like, okay, fair. She died. Fair. He loved her. She died. That's fair. The therapist, I thought that was the most fairest addition. Like, okay. Realistically, Game James would have benefited from a marriage therapist even before shit went down. Imagine being a marriage therapist and be like, man, I want to choke the fuck out of her. Man, imagine. But the execution, yes. Wasn't it weird? The therapist execution was really weird and uncomfortable to me. I don't know if that's the right word, but it was weird. I don't know. But she's the one that's calling him on his smartphone. And yeah. So he goes to Silent Hill. And here's what I wrote in my thing. It's ash. And it's not snow again. You know what? It's ash. The fact that it's ash, I should have known that it was the director from the first movie when they said that it was ash. Wait, is there doors over here or are these just windows? That's when I should have known, honestly. I'm kind of dumb for that, low key. But yeah, because of the freaking core stick, just can't let that shit go. Yeah. I was like, I know that it's snow, so I was like, that does not please me. I should have known from then on. But yeah. And let's see. So he's pulling in, and Angela is there. I was trying to also not use my phone too much, so my notes are a little far, you know, far. I think I have to go back down. I'm here yapping. My notes are a little far around. But anyway, so yeah, there's Angela is there, and you know she doesn't look like Game Angela. Canon Silent Hill, is it ash or snow? Because she just keeps going back and forth. Canon Silent Hill, it is snow. It is snow. For some reason, it's ash in the movies only. But yeah, it is snow. So yeah, Angela is weird, and she flirts with James. She like tells him like oh, if you don't find what you're looking for, like you can come find me. Is something going on with my model? Are you guys good? So yeah, snow. Yeah, movies is ash. Guess because ash is scary and we're a supernatural one. I mean, yeah, I guess so. But there was like this weird like backstory about how there was fires in Silent Hill. Is my model okay or am I slide showing? What the hell was that? Huh. But anyway, hold on. Actually, let me do something here. So I should have known from then on. But anyway, as I was saying, another detail that goes you know that contradicts. So let's see. She does not mention anything. Angela does not mention anything about why she's in Silent Hill. Like she doesn't mention that she's there looking for her mom. She doesn't say she's just there in that scene in the graveyard. That for some reason she's like stacking like sandbags. You seem fine? Okay. The snow never shows up outside one, and so it's kind of understandable it's not that clear. Help me lift this. Yeah, is my model okay? How it starts is that she's just like moving sandbags, and she's like, "Hey, can you help? Just like get a bag," and then he just starts doing it. Never mind, you are lagging. Oh no, you know why it's lagging? It's because I have it in full screen. It's the dreaded full screen again. Okay, hold on. Let's save. here while I'm talking. It's the dreaded full screen. So yeah, that was weird. That's why I wrote that Angela is weird, because why did she do that? Let's see. We're going back to windowed. And this is the one that works best for the stream. So that's okay. We will keep. It comes and goes. Yeah, it's a little weird. The water is eroding the coast and endangering the graveyard, like in the remake. Oh, I see. But is she the one that does that? It's just weird how she just is like, hey, like she doesn't even like, I don't know. It's just such a weird scene because it's not like the game at all. It's just the same setting. Like, yeah, they're in the graveyard, but she's like, hey, get a bag, and it's like, huh? I don't know. It was just really weird. Sorry, maybe Implication remake is set after Silent Hill Trilogy with loop theory. If maybe. Hold on, let's talk about it more a little bit. But yeah, it's very weird. So he just like, you know, he goes along his way like he does here in the game. What else? The radio at first plays music, so he's following music at first. Wasn't that confirmed by the devs already? The loop theory, yes, but in the movie, hold on, we'll get to it. Give me a second here. Distressed Nelly noises. I'm sorry. Hold on. I don't even know where the fuck I'm going. Where the fuck is the goal? Anyway. So yeah, it was really, and yeah, the radio plays music at first. I just thought that was kind of weird. I don't know. Does it ever play music? I thought it would only maybe play a voice. It never plays. I don't think it ever plays. Does it play Mary's voice at any point? I don't remember it doing that, but I remember it playing music, which I thought was kind of weird. And yeah. Oh, and he finds a homeless person in Silent Hill. Like, you know how there's the dead body that he finds in the beginning? It's a homeless person. Bloober has mentioned the intention nod to numerous fan theories, so unintentional to cement any theory. Ask again. I already forgot what I asked. But anyway, so you know that dead body at the beginning that he finds, which I think is where the stick is? Oh, here we go. But wasn't the secret you have been here for 2 decades? Yeah. Wasn't that confirmed? But yeah, and I thought it was weird that there was a person, a random other person in Silent Hill, like just there. So that body was just like a homeless person that was just like a crackhead, like being weird to him. So I was like, huh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the confirmation. They're gonna play the James or the player. Let's see. So he is a therapist. The therapist. The addition to the therapist makes sense, and I thought was the least offensive addition. But again, it's executed really weird because she's calling him and she's really aggressive about him, and I'm like, are therapists like this in real life? So yeah, and then I wrote here, Mary and her family built Silent Hill ? Because I was really confused. I was like, what is that? Like, what? But it's just a resort town to her. She's like, they just go for a vacation. That's why she likes it, not because like, yeah. But in this one, she's born and raised in Silent Hill, which is really weird. Yeah, showing concern for James' well-being. Yeah. Yeah, loop theory for that. And okay, and then it goes back to that homeless guy where the body was, and he gets melted by the lion bodies, which explains why there's a dead body there at the start. But that means but you know, in the game, the dead bodies are James, right? But in this one, it's just a regular schmegular melted dude. And that's it. Like says by the end. Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't worry. We'll get to it. We'll talk about it right now. Don't worry. I'm here fucking yapping my ass off. But anyway. So yeah, in this, the bodies are James. But in that one, it's just a melted homeless dude. Warning. Garbage chute out of order. Please do not use it until the problem is resolved. So I know. I feel like points suddenly slowed down. Or just more focused on it. I think it's because you're looking at it, Kasai, and we don't have Gamba. Yapping is why we're here. Thank you. This is a cute little reference rather than anything. We'll get to it. Don't worry, Copy. We'll get to it. I know what you're talking about. Hold on. But yeah, I thought that was weird that there was just that it's just like I'm like, huh. So because Silent Hill is supposed to be like the own kind of like your own personal hell dimension. So other people are like there's another world happening right now. Like, right now, while we're playing the game, there is a regular Silent Hill. It was a cute reference, the dead guy. Oh, I see what you mean, Cobby. You're watching the clock turn, waiting the clock out. Yeah, exactly. No, but right now, in the game, there is another layer of just regular Silent Hill, like the town. like where there's regular people doing stuff. Like that's happening right now. But James is in the Fog World version, so there's no people. So I thought it was weird. It was supposed to imply that he was in the movie, that he was in the Fog World, but there was just this regular melted ass homeless guy. They were kind of superficial. Hey, look at this thing from the game moments. Despite changing so many core plot elements. Yes. Yep. That's something I've noticed before becoming norm. Yeah, it's really weird. But yeah, that happened. And I was like, okay, well that's weird. That's lame. That apparently now the Fog World is just just a physical world. Like that was just Silent Hill. That is Silent Hill. Like there is no dimension thing going on where this is James's hell. James's hell is like moldy, rotted, like falling apart kind of thing. No, that was just how Silent Hill was in this game. It was like in this one it's James's personal hell. In that one it's just like that. And it's because of fires, and that's why it's ash instead of snow. Got a new story, but a lot of Easter eggs to older fans. I don't think they were doing it for the fans. It's hardly expecting the movie to understand the level of nuance from the game, or unless they take things in the same direction, but it's still executed sloppily. So at this point, they need the devs to direct the movies instead of a movie director and to stroke his own ego by changing things to his liking, because he thinks he can do better. Yeah. Oh man, I got fucking thrown off. What was I talking about? Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. So yeah, the Fog World isn't another dimension. It's just a physical, regular place, as opposed to it being like James's thing. So that was really lame. I was like, really? That's it? So yeah. So Angela was just basically just a person that was just there also. You know what? Let me get to that in a second. I'll get to the Angela thing in the moment here. Oh, man. And okay, where was I? Oh, there's so many things. My brain is getting discombobulated.
Exactly what
I hydrate. Needed. Okay, thank you, Rick. Thank you. I definitely need that. Okay, thank you. I do need water. That's another thing. Even though it's not a dimension, it still switches to the other world while he's outside. Like randomly, all of a sudden, it just happens. Like it's foggy, and then it turns like reddish, and then all of the metal ground, the metal like grates on the ground, and everything starts showing up. Just all of a sudden, randomly. I was like, oh, okay, like, all right. I kind of like that in this game. He has to like fall through holes, remember, to actually get to it. So I was like, okay. There's only Silent Hill 1 and 3, yes. So we'll get to that in a second, actually. I would have been more okay with some creative liberties along the way, or with exactly how they ended it. Been more okay with some creative liberties along the way. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, my brain here is melting a little bit. Okay, so when he enters the apartments because he's forced in by the cockroach enemies. So the cockroach enemies are just infesting the town in this one. You know, I mean, should I read this? Local siblings murder. Walter Sullivan. Oh look, speaking of Silent Hill, this is from 4 actually. Right from the start, they're changing practically everything. Exactly. That's why there were so many like jarring points. There was like 4 jarring points right at the start where I was like, excuse me, what the hell's going on? So yeah, just stuff happens. He's in the apartments. Oh yeah, and he meets Eddie, and you meet Eddie by him. He's just throwing up into a toilet, and he's not there because he's on the run. He's just a tweaker. He's just a random ass tweaker. He's there for no fucking reason. He basically adds nothing to the plot in this one. He's just there. I'm gonna liver failure drunk if I watch this movie. No, please. Puking because he's sick. Yeah, he's just there for no reason. He's not even, yeah, he didn't even see a dead guy. Apparently everyone in the town is. Yeah. So Angela is also a sick looking like tweaker, and so did the homeless guy. Everybody there looks like a tweaker. The RETV show. There's an RETV show. But anyway, yeah. So he didn't shoot a dog. He didn't, he's not running away. Like, Silent Hill didn't call for him. He was born and raised in Silent Hill. He's Tweaker Hill, exactly. But he realizes the fact that everyone left, he can be there in his lonesome. Shrug. Yeah, I don't know. He's just a tweaker. That's what I mean. He's just a tweaker. Tweaker Hill, yeah. It's awful, man. So yeah. So Eddie is basically not Eddie. That's it. He's just a tweaker. He adds nothing. He adds nothing to the story. James doesn't. I don't think James even kills him. You get no freezer scene, no nothing. Because again, this Silent Hill isn't doing the thing where it makes your personal hell. It doesn't do that. It's just Ash, and then oh boy, scary grates. Oh boy, and yeah. So anyway, so yeah, Eddie useless. I don't know why he's there. Oh yeah, Laura. Laura is there, and she sees everything. She can see the monsters. He just runs off after being an ass and never shows up again. Yes. Yeah, that's what I realized at the end. He doesn't even show up. I was like, "Whoa, what happened to Eddie? What happened to Eddie? He's just gone. No, he's not there." Yeah, that's it. No, that's it. Useless Eddie. And okay, and so you know how in this game, Laura, she's innocent, so she doesn't see any of this. She's basically in the safe version of Silent Hill where it's normal. So, but in the movie, no, she sees the monsters. She sees everything. She's running away from the monsters. She's also like in this like tweaker, like sick, like status. I don't know how to explain to it. The point of Eddie was to kind of show what James would have been if he denied his actions of his guilt, if you remember serves. Okay, well in the movie he's just a tweaker. That's it. He's just there to be gross. He's just there to like make James uncomfortable about being in Silent Hill. I don't know. He's just there for no reason, dude. And yeah. So, you know what? I'm just gonna walk around. Oh shit. Where did I click? I'm just gonna walk around. And yeah. So useless. I don't know why they did this. But I guess he wasn't really the focus. They definitely didn't want to focus on him, I guess. So yeah, everybody can see Pyramid Head. Everybody can see Pyramid Head. So Pyramid Head is just there's no I'm more questioning why they changed that when it's important. I don't know. My brain was already numb to all the changes and shit. I was groaning about that. I didn't even recognize that Laura saw monsters. I noticed this immediately. By the way, the actress who played Laura is the same actress who played Laura in this game. So that's a little interesting. But anyway, yeah. She could see the monsters. She could see everything. But in this, she's perfectly fine because she's innocent. So she doesn't see all of this like thing. The town spares her. But in that, no, she can see everything. So Silent Hill is just a wrecked town. Like it's just deceased, a gross town with ash because there was a fire, I guess. Pretty sure I noticed Eddie saw Pyramid Head, which is dumb because he wouldn't shut up about James alerting him. Yeah, everybody. That's what I wrote there on my notes. Everybody can see Pyramid Head. Everybody can see Pyramid Head. Stream name. Let's talk about this fuck ass movie. I'm so sorry, Red. But I wanted to talk about. I mean, it fits. At least I'm playing Silent Hill 2 at least. But yeah. Anyway, let's see. Where am I? No, it's funny. Oh, okay. He somehow knows where the monster is. Yeah. It's like he's used to it. Hold on. Let's see. So everyone can see Pyramid Head, which again contradicts the game as well. Might just have to dig around and see if I can watch it. Alright, man. Hold on, there's a monster in here. Where is it? Where is it? You know what? Let's just stay here and let's just keep talking about the movie because I'm gonna take longer to talk about it if I start walking around. Nothing for next weekend, man. Good luck if you do see it, but okay. So you see that you guys remember that part where James hides in the closet and Pyramid Head just looks and then he leaves? My toy legal wait, I want to drink, please. Maybe we should find it. But Pyramid Head, no biggie. I stealth past him in the regular, so I search on my next abandoned store with super moldy, bug infested, expired food to nourish me with. Eddie is like solid snake with fucking Pyramid Head. He's like so used to it. He's just like that's just his life apparently. Movie Eddie. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, everybody can see him, which again contradicts this game because Pyramid Head is supposed to be James's monster. So yeah. See, what do I have here? So yeah, this time Pyramid Head actually breaks the closet that James is in, but the siren, I guess, hurts Pyramid Head? Did it always hurt him? I don't think so. But he hears it and he starts tweaking. He's like, and then he leaves James alone. And let's see. Okay, so I guess I skip along, and then he runs into when he runs into Maria. Nope, yeah, I didn't think so. He starts like grabbing like his head and he starts tweaking because I guess the siren hurts him. I don't know. Yeah, a little bit of a pussy ass Pyramid Head, not gonna lie. But he does look nice. Siren was his lunch break sound. Ah, yeah, there you go. The sound is kind of like Pyramid Head stage you to leave in the game apartments. Now, I think I like Red's interpretation, the lunch break. That's when he goes and he sits down. He's like, ugh, fuck, you know? He's eating his like food like hunched over. Anyway, seems to actively cause him stress in the movie. Yeah, it looks like it's hurting him. Yeah. And okay, so it shows Maria, and Maria it just is like really weird. Really weird. And this is where it reveals that James and Mary were never married in the movie, like in the interpretation. They were never married. So, and at one point he never says, "Have you seen my girlfriend?" I don't think he ever says that. So yeah, they were just boyfriend and girlfriend because you know modern day people don't get married. But anyway, yeah. So they're not even married. This is where it reveals where he's like, "I'm looking for my girlfriend," and it's like, huh? But like, have you? What does he say? I don't remember what he says. But he says girlfriend, and she is not wife. She is not wife in the movie, which is really weird. I don't know. It took away from it. And Maria is just really weird and like aggressive to him, because he's like, "Oh, I'm looking for my girlfriend," and like he's like, "Oh, she might be in the hospital," but then he says like how she might be dead, and then Maria starts being weird and telling him like, "Oh, so she's not your girlfriend, you know, because she's dead," and she starts being kind of aggressive and disrespectful. See, my girlfriend Mary, she died 3 years ago. That feels so weird. Yeah. I like how we skipped over the TV scene, Angela mirror scene, and Laura on wall scene. Like any of them. I think the Angela mirror scene is a little bit further down. But yeah, all of them are there, but they don't add anything at all. Nothing. But yeah, But yeah, and Maria is just so weird, and because in this game she's supposed to be like, or you know, in the original game she's supposed to be like flirty, like hee, like oh James, you know, she's supposed to, because she wants her to like him, you know, or him to like her. There we go. So it's weird how she's being like almost disrespectful about like Mary being like dead, and how she's like, you know, testing James' faith as a married man. Yeah, but she was being like weird in the movie, don't you think? Like obnoxious, unlikable, and like almost aggressive. It was really weird, and it was just testing. But isn't his wife? It's the town, you know. In this case, Mary was just his girlfriend. And so it feels less impactful that it was just his girlfriend and not his wife, honestly. But I feel like they just did that to modernize it. Okay, I need to click over and scroll on my thing here. So yeah. Yeah, and then at one point it reveals that basically, Mary is essentially Alessa in this interpretation. So her family was in the cult. She had things being done to her for cult purposes that like destroyed her body. And this is how they explain that how she got sick was because her father was like giving her these drugs for cult purposes, and this made her sick. Yeah. For some reason, I thought you were going to say lesbian. No. Oh, hi, Sinoni. Oh, the movie is trash then. Yes, I gave it a 2 out of 10. So, hello. That's all I'm hearing. Yes, exactly. Hi, Sinoni. How's it going? Welcome to the scheme. Some people forever faithful to their one true love, and James had some delusion of hope she might have still been alive somehow. Yeah. I just popped my hip. I don't know if you guys heard that. But anyway. Yeah. Let's see. So, yeah. It's really weird that it combined Silent Hill 1 and 2. And then it turned Mary into Alessa. But wait, there's more. Not only did it turn Mary into Alessa, but Mary is also Angela and Laura. Mary's full name is Mary Angela Laura Crane. She's got 2 middle names. So when they show like the abstract daddy, that's supposed to be like her father, Mary's father, which was the cult dude. So now abstract daddy isn't about Angela, it's about Mary because Angela is Mary. Yeah. Mary Laura Angela Crane. That's her name. And at one point they run into Pyramid Head. You know, James and Maria run into Pyramid Head. And it like zooms in, and inside a Pyramid Head is the James actor, so it's supposed to be, oh, it's James. Putting all the names in one word, in one, when there are so many names and a Spanish name, exactly, it didn't even make sense. Like, it's not even a Spanish name, so it's like, no, you don't get that. They just like piled on all. They're like, you know what? We should make these characters into Mary, and we should just pile on all the names. Like, James, those were her middle names. Oh. Okay, so again, James and Maria, you know, run into Pyramid Head, and Mary has some borderline what is it? Victim of the cult that apparently got forced to participate in freaky rituals where the cult just kind of groped and licked her all over. Yeah, somehow lost tons of blood in the process from these drugs the doctor somehow knew robbed her of her free will. Yeah, I don't know. She would be. It's. I guess it's like a thing because of it in Silent Hill 1, they would do things to Alessa, and, you know, which I think they involved drugs as well because of the, you know, the White Claudia, whatever. I'm pretty sure that's where they took that from. But for the movie, they used that and made it so that so it was the reason for Mary getting sick. And then they were like, you know what? Alessa and Mary, you know, fusion, both of them into one character. Fuck it, we're gonna fuse her with 2 more characters. In fact, you know, why stop there? It's just really weird that they also took from Silent Hill 1. It was like huh? And yeah, so that's the reason of why she got sick. And anyway, so yeah, so James and Maria run into Pyramid Head, and they run away from him, I'm pretty sure. And there's this part where Maria is like trying to like tell him, like, oh, we gotta get out, we need to leave, Mary isn't here, and blah 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 or whatever. And I think he's getting like upset with her or whatever, and he doesn't want to. And then for some reason he looks at the camera like, oh, I gotta toggle for this, like that. And then he summons Pyramid Head. He puts his hands on his head, like, and then he summons Pyramid Head to kill Maria. That's what he does. Apparently there's always a notion amongst fans that every character was an aspect of James and or Murray. Pyramid Head, I choose you. Exactly. I was like, huh? Since when was Pyramid Head James's little minion? Saw off face from the truth that the original developer stepped in to say everyone besides Maria is a real character, you idiots. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, huh? Why? It was so fucking weird. And so I guess Maria, you know, was Maria supposed to be real in this? Because she's just being weird. She's like, I look just like her. Don't I? It's like she already knew. It's like, I don't know. No, I don't understand. Nothing was technically real, actually. Now that I think, okay, well that's technically for the end. That's for the ending. It's so yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like nothing was technically real. Oh man, this is like really sounding like most knew the assignment and how to make it work. But person in charge said, nah, my idea better because I get paid more. I'm not even done yet. Let's see. Yeah, so I wrote here, her full name is Mary Laura Angela Crane. Yeah, I was like, okay. Okay, so the scenes, at least the game scenes do look like good, I guess. Oh yeah, and there was some like monsters that weren't even from the games. Like for some reason, Mary turns into like this monster, like a spider monster with like limbs. Maybe I should cut this out. You think so, Red? You think so? I'm really sorry. They took the worst elements from the series and some stuff that no entry was dumb enough to incorporate and threw it into a blender. And then made it weird. At least won't be missing much gameplay. Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. Maybe I should. I just was gonna get interrupted by the game. And okay, I'll start talking right now because I'm right at the end. I'll start going. But yeah. And you know that monster of I'm having a blast. Well, I'm glad. I'll start walking though. That monster of Mary as the bed thing. Well, it like moves the sheets And it shows like Mary, like the monster version of Mary, and she looks like Voldemort to me. Pretty interesting was him saying the Needler thing from Homecoming. I didn't think it was going to be so long, but it is funny to hear. Sorry, Red. I'm sorry. Can always change it to just chat stream. No. We're playing Silent Hill. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I just had a lot to say, and I still have more to say. Let's keep going. But yeah, it like moves the sheets, and it like she's like dried out, and she looks like Voldemort, which was really weird. And by the way, the whole game has this theming of moths. The whole movie. Like, what are those like moths that have like the little skull on them? I think it was. So, I mean, technically, they advertised the movie Silent Hill 2 movies. The category isn't wrong. That is true. I mean, that is true. I'm like, this is the most appropriate game that I could be talking about this movie. Don't you think? It's fun to hear you geek out. Thank you. It's just have a lot to say, because what the... What the fuck was that? By the way, the monsters looked okay, I guess. Here, let's have a health drink. But that, of course, is not enough to... That is not enough to save it at all. Yeah. Yeah, so I can stop fucking, like, staticking in our ear. By the way, James the only like bashes in like a monster like once, I think, and it's the nurses. And for some reason, the nurses are made of stone, recycled human face bugs from the first movie, apparently. Really? I have only seen the first movie once, a really long time ago, and I'm pretty sure I saw it in like 280p or something. So it's been a really long time. And yeah, it's the roaches, the roach enemies. Yeah, I don't know. I do not remember it. So let's see. Where was I? So yeah, and so everything now is about Mary, like Abstract Daddy. Everything. It's just like weird, and the ending. Am I missing anything? Let's see. Oh, so there's a part where the ending where it's like supposed to be the boss fight. The bed, like the bed sheets like spread out, and and it's like she turns into like a moth shaped like thing, and she's got like four arms, and she goes and she grabs James with her four like bug arms. So I guess for some reason Mary is a bug. Thank you, Red, for the clip. Sneak attack. Thank you. We gotta clip the pause one too. I'm like, god damn it, gotta get that one. No, this one over here. Let's see, where was I? And yeah, and then I don't remember what happens after that. It's just weird. For the part when tentacle monster Mary deep throats James in the hospital. Oh. Yeah, I did forget about that. Thank you, Kavi. Thank you so much for your input. Yeah, I did forget about that, where he just shoves it down his throat. Yeah, you know that boss where it's like the caged Mary hanging from the ceiling? Thank you, Blazing. Thank you, 30 bits. Thank you. Wait, that's 30 bits, right? Yeah, thank you so much, Blazing. Yeah, that happens. She like shoves like a tentacle thing down his throat, and then yeah. And it's the monster of you know, the boss where she's hanging off the ceiling from the cage, like as if she's in the bed. Yeah, that's basically the monster that did this. You know what else I forgot? Okay, so you guys remember the part where it looks like Pyramid Head is fidangling a mannequin? Yeah, the bed one, yeah. Exactly. Everyone's saying the hey yo. You guys remember that part? The part where people were saying, oh, it's Pyramid Head for dangling, you know. They do something really weird with this scene. So there's like a dead Mary. And there's gonna be a cutscene here. There's a dead Mary. And then all of a sudden she turns into a spider monster. A naked spider monster. For some reason, she's dummy thick. I don't know why. For some reason, they made her dummy thick. And she has her head upside down, and it's supposed to be like scary, right? She's like a monster. And I think you're mixing up the scene. Yeah, this was from back. This was from less. This was from the beginning. How do I explain it? This was from before. I just didn't mention it. Yeah. I just didn't mention this part. But I was like, wait, because we're about to get into that scene soon here in the game. And I could blame you. I barely remember the specifics myself. Yeah, no worries. We have this. That's why this is like a collective thing. That's why I'm thankful that you're here, because I'm forgetting some parts too. But you guys know that part right here in the game where it looks like he's doing stuff to a mannequin. Well, they do this thing here in the movie where there's this dead body, naked Mary. She turns into this weird, like her head turns around like 360, so she's upside down. Then she grows all these limbs, and she's like this spider monster. I think I mentioned the spider monster earlier. It looks like, I was like, okay, I guess it looks kind of cool because she like the limbs are like human limbs, like body horror. I'm like, okay, I guess that's kind of cool. And then James runs into Pyramid Head, and then Pyramid Head beats the shit out of the spider monster. But the way that he positions the spider monster on the table, it's like he like puts her like booty first. How do I explain this? Just kind of punches the new thing into the interesting, and then stabs it in the least impactful way. Yeah, but why does he position it like that? Do you know what I mean? So when he's like punching, he positions her on the table, booty up, ass up, head down, and he's like beating the shit out of her like down, which I guess makes sense because he's an actual actor in the suit. Yeah, but he's just doing that, and then you just get like full view of booty for some reason. The pitfall of practical effects. Man, I do like practical effects though. But yeah, that's what they do with that scene. Why is he doing it like that? It felt a little weird. Because I'm like, why is there so much booty involved in this scene? Okay, right? Yeah, so I just want to speak about that. And let me get here to the last part so I can turn the lights back off. The ending. So James does the in water ending. Because Krista was in a big booty. Quick, guys, we need to put the booty on the monster so it's dummy thick. Anyway, so okay. So the end, it shows the in water ending after he, kills Mary with he didn't kill her with a pillow, by the way. He killed her with a towel. So he suffocates her with a towel, and then he goes out, and this is like in the past, and for some reason it's like in a regular it's happening in a regular hospital where they flash back to the therapist. Oh man. Yeah, there's so much stuff I forgot. The therapist calls him while he's in Silent Hill, doesn't she? Yeah, the therapist calls him in modern day in a Tower Tall Brookhaven hospital. Yeah, that's when he kills her when they're not in this small resort town. Oh man, yeah. Okay. I know, but that's another thing, by the way. How was she able to even call him in Silent Hill? That's another thing that took me out of it. I'm like, man, Silent Hill isn't even cool anymore. It's just some place. Yeah, where James is apparently being treated for being hardcore delusional. Yeah, she's like talking about it. He's like, man, he won't let go of his wife and shit like that. Yeah. Because it's a place. No, it's you don't understand. You don't understand. Okay. Yeah. And so when he kills her, it's like this giant hospital, and then, he goes out, he goes to his Ford Mustang, and then he puts her in the passenger seat, and he just drives into the lake. And then it zooms in to the Ford Mustang logo as he's drowning and accepting his death. But make sure you zoom into the Ford Mustang logo though. Make sure they see it. All right. So that's what happens. Let's see, what else did I put? And then it cuts to the beginning scene. Apparently, the whole journey into Silent Hill is his delusion. Him struggling to cope with him having killed Mary after she asked him to regain her freedom. Yeah, she straight up asked him to. Crazy ad placement. It was a crazy ad placement. Yes, I'm like, why did they give James a Mustang? Why? And, okay, and doesn't it just cut, and then it's the beginning again, where he's driving down the hill, and where he annihilates her suitcase again. Yeah? It cuts back to that part at the beginning. And everything is happening again from the beginning scene, but it's like implying that James is aware of this being a cycle. And also, by the way, this James is a painter. Final scene is loop theory ending apparently. Yeah. So it happens again, and it's implying that James knows about this loop theory because he's a painter in this interpretation, so he has a whole bunch of like painting stuff in the back of his Ford Mustang, and when he picks her up, she's like, "Oh, you're a painter. What do you paint?" And throughout the movie, it's like showing that he would paint her a lot as his muse, like his artistic muse. And he just looks at the paintings, and he at the painting material, and he looks at her, and he like smiles, and he's like, and he doesn't even tell her. I would have been weirded out. I'd be like, why didn't he tell me what he paints? What does he paint? Why is he making it weird? But, you know, it's because he knows that he's going to paint her. Because, you know, the final scene, yeah. So, and then it starts again. I really like the idea that James had a 5th generation Mustang instead of a newer one. What year is it, homie San? Do you know what year it is? Apparently it's 2010. He remembers what happened after getting sent back in time somehow. And takes Mary out of Silent Hill forever. Is that what it's supposed to... I might need to go get a Dr. Pepper after this, guys. I feel like I'm like sweating. To fulfill Mary's original goal of leaving the town. Is that supposed to be an implication? To me, it felt like he was like, it just reset it, so I'm gonna be like, hey, I know what happens, man. I'm gonna marry you, and then the shit's gonna happen all over again. It was just so weird. Which she somehow managed to have the free will to do, despite being drugged to hell by the cult. Why did she want to go back if they could leave at any moment, though? So I'm ended up getting enough at the end of the stream. Okay, well, I mean, I feel like I'm fucking sweating. Hold on, okay. But yeah, that's how it ends. Please think about it. Muse it over. I'm sweating. Let me go get I need a Dr. Pepper. Hold on.